Hey fellow foodies, it's Faye from facefood.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make this super easy frozen peanut butter pie. So you want to grease your pie pan to start out with. I am going to make this into one mega pie because I don't want to eat two pies, but originally this recipe does make two 8 or 9 inch pies, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and mix the crust ingredients together. You can definitely use a graham cracker crust if you'd prefer. I've used both, so that's totally fine. And then we're going to go ahead and pour in the butter. It didn't melt all the way, but it's not a problem. When we mix it, it will melt all together. So just get in there with your clean hands and give it a mix. You want to really mix it until it resembles kind of a wet sand. It clumps together. That's what you're looking for. Okay, and then we're going to just pour it all into our pie pan. Like I said, this is going to be a mega pie because I'm basically combining two pies into one here, so that's why there's so much crust in this one. So, but hey, I like crust, so who cares? We're gonna just kind of pat it down with the bottom of a measuring cup. You can also use a bottom of another pie pan or cake pan. That works fine too. And you just want to strain it as much as you can. Or flatten it as much as you can. You don't want to spend hours on it, but try to make it as flat as you can. Okay, so in our other bowl here, we're gonna go ahead and get started mixing our softened cream cheese. I was gonna go with the stand mixer, but I'm like, you know what? It's really not necessary for this recipe, so I'm just gonna use this hand mixer here. And you want to just mix it for a few minutes until it really starts getting more voluminous. It kind of doubles in size like you're seeing. And it gets softer, it gets creamy, fluffy. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so once it reaches that point, we're going to go ahead and start adding in our confectioner sugar one by one. And what I mean is kind of bit by bit. Once it absorbs, then we add some more, and it absorbs some more, we add some more, and so on. So okay, you want to make sure from time to time you stop the mixer and really scrape down the sides and the bottom as well. Alright, and now it's time to add the star of this dessert, which is the peanut butter. You can, I suppose, use the crunchy peanut butter, but I mean, I like a nice smooth pie, but if you want some texture in there, I guess go ahead. All for it. So we're gonna just put in our peanut butter. I also added some vanilla bean paste. You can just use a vanilla extract if you'd like. And then we're gonna go ahead and give that a mix until it's kind of just uniform in color. It's gonna get thicker on you, so don't worry about that. Alright, and then you want to, again, scrape down the sides from time to time. That's what I'm doing here. And at this point, we're going to kind of drizzle in the milk. I let it absorb, just like the confectioner sugar. Let it absorb, then put some more. Let it absorb, put some more. You don't want it to splash around all on you, so this is the best method to do this. Okay, and now we're going to just kind of place our heavy cream, or I'm sorry, our whipped cream in there. You want to make sure that the whipped cream is used immediately after you whip it. Now, if you're just going to use Cool Whip, that's totally fine as well if you want a little bit of a lighter option. I didn't have any on hand, so I just whipped up some whipped cream and put it in there. Either is fine, honestly. Then you just want to give that a mix until it's all incorporated. It's going to get nice and fluffy. That's what we're looking for. And then again, scrape down the sides and then kind of scrape down the middle as well to make sure that the hand mixer got it all. So after that is done, we're going to go ahead and pour into our prepared crust, the filling. It's going to go all the way to the top, to the brim, because like I said, I'm kind of making this in a mega pie here. So after you pour it into the crust, you want to kind of flatten it with the offset. I'm going to pour in some more because I did have some more left over. And then I'll leave the last like tablespoon or so as my treat for the side. So we're going to go ahead and flatten this out as well. Spread it out. Doesn't have to be super perfect because we're going to decorate it anyways. And then what you would do is just freeze this for a few hours, or you can refrigerate it for a few hours depending on the texture you're looking for. Either way is fine. So I wrapped it up. This is it out of the freezer, and you can see as best as I try to restaurant wrap it, there are some cling marks on there. But that's totally fine because it's removable. This is totally rock solid frozen. So it makes it easier to work with. So I'm just taking a nice offset that I'm dipping in very hot water, okay, and I'm wiping off the water as I go, and that's how I fixed those marks. I'm gonna go ahead and decorate this with some rosettes. This is the fun part now. After it's all finished, we can decorate it any way we would like. You want some roasted peanuts on there, you want some Butterfingers, some Reese's, this, that, and the other. You can do whatever you want. Get creative here. I'm gonna just pipe on some rosettes on the outside of the pie. And then I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle on some melted chocolate on the sides as well. The fun part about drizzling is there's no rhyme or reason to it, and it still looks fancy. So just kind of drizzle it on the sides. You can see I felt like an artiste here. I'm going crazy. Okay, so then I cut some Reese's peanut butter cups and put them on top, because why not more peanut butter? And then why not more chocolate? So I just kind of filled that empty space on the inside. I did want some center to show, but not that much center, so I kind of just filled it with some craziness. And look how cute it looks. Okay, so that is our peanut butter pie. You saw how simple it was. Half the time was just spent decorating it and going crazy. This will make a great treat for your family and friends. Trust me on this one. It is delicious. And you saw it was super easy. We froze it. You can refrigerate it. And that's that. No baking. Very few dishes. And that's what I look for in recipes. You know what I'm talking about? So give this recipe a try. Go to facefood.com for the full recipe. Like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Comment below. I'd appreciate that. Share it. I definitely appreciate that as well. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you are subscribed, thank you very much. Until next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.